me, right? So this is a little bit of background about me. I'm the oldest of 3 kids. My mama had 3 kids. I'm the oldest. I'm the only son. I'm the only boy. I'm the firstborn. I got 2 sisters. So at the age of 14, I got a. I started working summer jobs when I was in middle school at 14. So every year from 14 and to 15, I think. Yeah, I started getting summer jobs. So I started at 14 all the way to 15, and then when I turned 16, I got my first actual real job at 16 years old. I was a dishwasher, so I was still 15 turning 16, so I kept the summer job and I was working my regular after school job when I got in high school. Well, I was already in high school, so when I first graduated from high school, I went offshore and I worked offshore for probably, I'd say 6 months to a year. And then I came back home because I didn't really like being away from home like that. I think I was 14 days at sea and 7 at home. Really, it was like 6. And so yeah, I did it for a minute, but I didn't like it, so I came back home and got a job back at home. But like I said, in my early 20s, man, I was kind of lost, like what I wanted to do in life. So I was doing these odd jobs, like I was working for like a temp agency. So I was taking a lot of just anything, really, anything they had going on. And then I started getting into construction, started learning different trades. And then I kind of moved up to being a lead person, supervisor, doing construction work. But like I say, it was all through a temp service. And it seemed like wasn't no real jobs out here for me, but I ended up in my late, well, I say early, or my mid 30s. That's when I got my CDL, and that's the best thing I could have ever done was get my commercial license. Because at first, man, when I was in my early 20s, I was kind of lost of what I wanted to do in life. So I had went offshore, like I say, and I didn't like that offshore work because I think I was out like 2 hours by boat from land, and then I think it was 30 minutes from land by helicopter. So you out there in the middle of the Gulf, surrounded by nothing but ocean. You couldn't see land, you couldn't see no houses, nothing but out there with the sharks and whatever else out there, man. But anyway, I ended up getting my CDL license, and that was the best move I ever could have did for myself. And it's been up ever since. So if anyone out there that's willing to get their CDL, I think that's a good move to do. Get your CDL and find you a good job that's paying well, and just go from there, man. You can build a good life for yourself. It worked out for me, and I also when I got my CDL, I got all my endorsements, um, like my hazmat, my triples and doubles, my tankers. So having those endorsements, it just gets you better job opportunity. So I've been in trucking since when I first got my license was back in. Well, I got my permit back in 2017. Yeah, and I got my license back in 17 too, because I started with a company back in 2018, and I've been with that same company ever since. So I've been with this company for almost 8 years. It'll be September, and so far so good, man. I can't complain. God is good, and but before I had my commercial license, man, life was, I didn't know what I was gonna do without the, you know what I'm saying, before I got my commercial license. But I had got into this company. I was doing some hydro blasting, and man, that was some exhausting work. Hydro blasting, it's like a 20,000 pound pressure gun. Like, you can stand up and blast. It'll knock down a brick wall. Like, you can hold that trigger and pull, and all that water coming through that gun, it'll stand you up. Like, you can lean over with it, and it'll lean you over and stand you up like Michael Jackson do that lean. It'll hold you up. Like, and that was a pretty rough job, going inside those chemical tanks in the summertime, man. You got those suits on, hard hat, face shields, rubber boots, lanyard on, lifeline connected to you, going down in those holes, man, blasting. You indulging all those different kind of chemicals in your body, man. That was really a wake up call. You know what? I think I told this story before. This older guy, he had to be at least in his 60s. We was at a chemical tank plant one day, and I came out the hole, trying to catch my breath, and trying to cool down a little bit. And the guy came out, the old man came out, like I said, he had to be at least 60. So anyway, when I seen him come out that hole and how he was looking, how he was exhausted, it just gave me a wake-up call. Like, I seen myself in him. And I said to myself, man, I do not want to be him at that age. So that's what made me, change my job career. And like I said, I studied for my CDL, man. After my going to sleep, studying on the job, going home every day with my phone in my hand, falling asleep, studying. I was determined to get those commercial licenses. And I got them. I've been sticking with it. God's been good. I've been able to buy me a home, travel the world, take care of my family like I want to take care of my family. Life been good ever since. I pretty much I don't worry about nothing, because, God fight all my battles, and he take care of me and my family, man. Like, God been good to me. I don't know about nobody else, but, man, I give God all the glory. He been good to me. And I just want to thank him today, every day, and before I go to sleep. Because ain't nobody like God, man, But you got to put forth the effort to get up and do your part, you know what I'm saying? Because faith without works is dead. So you most definitely got to do your part, by all means, man. And but like I say, anybody out there who want to, get their commercial license, I encourage y'all to get y'all commercial license, man, and do what you need to do and take the proper steps on doing it. Everything else will fall in place for you. I just want to get on here and, share my thoughts and tell y'all a little bit of background about me. Because I was raised with so much ambition in me. Like, I was raised by my great grandparents, and they endured so much ambition in me as a kid. They used to have these gardens, and I remember I was in elementary school. It woke us up one morning. It was early, man. It was like dark outside. I can't even remember what time it was, but it was before the sunrise, and we had to. Well, I had to get up as a kid. I know I was in elementary school. I probably around second, third grade probably. So I was out there picking peas and sugar cane and all kind of stuff, man. Like in the gardens. I'm talking about mosquito tearing me up. I was a little kid. I would never forget that, man. But he was instilling work ethic in me. You see what I'm saying? Like at the time, I'm a kid. I didn't know what he was doing, but he was showing me. He was preparing me for the workforce, like getting me ready, like you know. But I thank God for my grandparents. May their soul rest in peace. But like I said, he was teaching me at a young age, and I just thank him. You know. Hi, how everybody doing today? I saw you. You saw me where? But yeah, man, everything been on the up and up for me though. Like I say, I can't complain about nothing. I can't complain about anything. God been good. God been too good to me. So, like I say, man, I just want to get on here and and tell y'all a little bit of background about me. Hey, Mary, how you doing? I saw you on Crime Buddy. Hey, how y'all doing? So